Back in 1927, I had a little farm and I called it heaven. Price was up and the rain come down and I hauled my crops all into town. I got the money, bought clothes and groceries, fed the kids, took it easy. The rain it quit and the wind got high and the black old dust storms filled the sky, and I swapped my farm for a Ford machine and I filled it full of this gasoline and started. And so we watched the dust storm come up like the Red Sea, closing in on the Israel children. Anyway, we stood there and watched the son of a gun come up. And I'm telling you, it got so black when that thing hit, we all run into the house, and all the neighbors had all congregated in different houses around over the neighborhood. We sat there in a little old room, and it got so dark that you couldn't see your hand before your face.
The whole era of the Dust Bowl and Woody Guthrie has been underplayed. As a student in university, I don't remember there being a great deal taught about Woody or Oklahoma history in that era, and connecting our past and Woody's influence to where we are now. I like the message. This is a positive message of hope for the future. It's a positive message of how we make changes in our own world and the importance of one voice. Our goal here isn't to present Woody as a perfect person. He wasn't. None of us are perfect people. But he had an important message to tell the world, and that empowering voice is something that you just are drawn to. We want to know more about where we came from, so we know where we're going.
Many a month has come and gone since I wandered from my home. Those Oklahoma hills where I was born.
In 2011, the George Kaiser Family Foundation purchased the archives from Nora Guthrie. The idea of the center itself came after that to engage the community and the region, and as we promoted this educational message. The mission of the George Kaiser Family Foundation is for civic improvement, for educational opportunities for young people, and to reverse the cycle of poverty. We think we just embody that message here. We definitely see the civic improvement, this development and rejuvenation of the Brady Arts District and our part as a resource here. We've gone from this building being an abandoned warehouse to this beautiful facility, and our neighbors in the arts next door and across the way. We have a gorgeous community park across the street that used to be a loading dock for semis. The transformation for the community has been amazing. We are just proud to be part of that. As far as reversing the cycle of poverty, our message is one of empowerment. Whatever you do, whatever your talents are, you do that and be proud of yourself. Quit believing all of that negative message that is coming, especially at young people, that they're not good enough. Woody didn't ever want to sing those songs that told people they weren't enough. Woody's message was to take pride in yourself and in your work. There is a beautiful irony in the location of this facility that promotes diversity and a message of unity and empowerment. It's sitting in an area of Tulsa that was destroyed by race riots in 1921. Now we've got this beautiful park across the street where the community comes together. We've got this message of hope and unity and working together for a better tomorrow in this place. There's just something beautiful about that, and the way we learn from our history. Our history is not necessarily pretty, but we shouldn't deny what happened in the past. We just need to do better, and then find ways to empower people to help us with that vision of a more beautiful tomorrow for our own children. In 1952, Woody wrote, "Educate me. I never sung or made one ballad song to entertain you. I made all of my stuff up to tell you and educate you. I'm an educator, not any entertainer. You have to love that about someone who's willing to keep an open mind and learn from everything instead of being, well, no, this is how I was brought up, so this is the way it's going to be. Woody was one of the first performers to break the color barrier and perform with African Americans in a time when that really was not done. I think it's important to always be learning as we go. I know that in our office we have so many books about Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger, this whole era, and we're constantly reading because there's something to learn everywhere we go. Because there's so much to learn. That's a rich way of expanding your world, just to continue adding to your base of knowledge. At our core, we are an educational research for students, for teachers, and for academics. We're excited to see what kind of new works, new projects come from researchers who come to the archives and what kind of new spin on this story someone might take. So that's a pretty awesome possibility for us. Because we're using Woody's example here as someone who understood his civic and social responsibilities, his patriotic duties, this is an important message for our young people to learn. You can't be apathetic. You can't accept just the way things are. If the way things are isn't the way you want it to be, if the way things are isn't acknowledging the importance of every single person, then it's up to you to change it. There's power in one voice. There's power in one who's willing to stand up and make a difference, and we certainly want to encourage that in this new generation that is going to take over the running of our world. We hope that somewhere in this message we engage at least one person to understand that, you know, if you want to make change, then you stand up, you speak up, and you do it in a positive way. You can make change in a society with violence as long as you have a gun pointed at someone. You can make a permanent change in society if you have a positive message and you show people how it's going to be better and engage them intellectually in that discussion.
My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. My peace is all I've ever had. It's all I ever knew. I give my peace to green and black, to red and white and blue. My peace is all I've got that I can give to you. Have a good night. Thank you for coming.